My name is Malina and I'm from Sweden, and I'm born in Germany, and I moved to the Swedish countryside when I was 7 years old. I've been a spiritual searcher all my life. I started pretty young in investigating spirituality. I would just try a buffet of things, pretty much everything except for Jesus. Dancing classes, meditation, shaking, Osho, different kind of yoga styles, shamanic rituals. There's just so much. It's a never-ending buffet that you just kind of search more and more and more and try to fill a hole of sorts. One of the things that is on the New Age buffet is 12-step programs. Lots of people do 12-step programs for different kind of reasons. And I went to one that was a bit more for everyone, kind of, just to become a better person. And I did the step 2 prayer. So I just prayed to the most high God there is. And I didn't know who that was, so I just really prayed from my heart that I would get to know this God. And I just felt this presence come into the room, and like a golden blanket was wrapped around me. And I just immediately started crying and also like doubting my experience. I was like, what is happening? I've never felt this before because it was so obvious, not me, you know? It was from the outside. There was something out there responding to me. I decided to go to church, but I didn't know any Christians. I didn't have any Christian influence in my life. I didn't hear about Jesus, but I felt so intimidated by the happy people in church. So I would just sneak into the back and then leave early so that I wouldn't have to meet all these nice people. I started to find friends in my church, and I also started to go to sermons online. And during one of those, they advertised for Alpha Online. So I signed up and ended up in this really lovely Alpha group. And we would call each other, and they would pray for me, and felt like a little online family. But I was still, not, to be honest, not at all really into Jesus. I was like, yeah, church is great and all of that. God, I got that part because I knew he was real. And I got the Holy Spirit because I got really sensitive to the Holy Spirit. Immediately when I started going to church, I could feel it, I could see it. I also started reading the Bible at that point, which was really, really hard for me. It felt like I had this veil in front of me. So in the beginning, I couldn't even read they told me to read one book at a time. I couldn't do that. I couldn't even read a chapter at a time. I had to read one verse at a time. And I would find verses that spoke to me online or that I heard, and then I would read those. It was like peeling deeper on this layer to lift this veil, kind of. But it did lift, and I just continued reading a little every day, and I felt like this was really feeding my soul in some way. A few weeks after that, I got baptized in our lake in Malcolm. It was really, really beautiful. After I got baptized, I started telling my friends right away who are searching for something. I just wanted to talk and share and be social, and I just started seeing people with these different eyes. Like, I know how loved everyone is by God. Like, He showed me, I know how loved you are. And it really touches me to see my friends come to faith. And Alpha is such a great tool to answer people's questions and for people to learn more, because people really don't know who God is, who Jesus is, who the Holy Spirit is, all these things that everyone should know.